Good evening and welcome back to Firefly Royal Flush, Episode 6. And now for our recap.
Okay, so in the last session, Amelia had been kidnapped by her brother. Half of us decided to complete our delivery and get paid, and then we decided to go back. Elwood, the owner of the ship, essentially hired a private detective to try to find more information about Amelia and her brother Isaac, and more importantly, where she was potentially being kept. There was some confusion on whether the sites were just very well hidden or the private detective we'd hired was incompetent. We'll leave that up to you. So Amelia was stuck in a cell for 2 months and ended up befriending one of the people in the facility. That person then later coughs up blood and collapses, allowing Amelia to escape. So we get back to the planet and we rescue Amelia. However, we believe that she has been infected by some form of virus. We find out that her DNA has actually been altered, and we decided to kidnap the CEO to find out where Isaac is and what they've done to Amelia. And that is our recap.
Well said.
All right, very good. Do you guys have a plan for kidnapping the CEO?
I
Well,
don't think we.
No, not yet.
not yet. Yeah,
See, things happen on the fly, and you have to be flexible.
just
All right.
gun
Having
it.
a set plan is problematic.
Well, here is what you've learned. The CEO of Comantix is Cicely Montauk.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, that's all we found out.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, we can do this a couple of ways. We can do it our standard, tried and true way, where you guys flub about making a plan, or we can pick it up in the middle and answer questions by flashback.
Oh. Now, I like making the plan, but the flashback idea is good. I quite like the flashback idea.
Yeah.
The problem is that's going to give you way too much power. We're going to wake up, in a building that's blown up on fire. We've got half the planet's security services after us.
That could be problematic.
The question is that we have to ask is, do we trust the person running the game to allow the flashback idea?
I am hurt and offended that you would even consider me an untrustworthy participant.
I'm sorry, for how many months was my executive officer an android?
He has a point. But I'm also partly to blame for that because I totally went along with it.
You were just following your programming. Shush.
Absolutely.
Okay. You know what? I'm intrigued. I'm gonna vote for the flashback idea.
Flashback. I'm down for the flashback idea.
All right. Mercury, you up for it?
Let's get this TPK going.
We're ready to play Cyberpunk, right? Yeah, okay.
No.
Okay, so you're in the capital of Ghost. It's the only city. Um, the tallest building in the center of town is the Comantix Tower, an edifice to, uh, you know, wasteful spending. Um,
That's pretty much every planet ever, but okay.
Felix, you have determined that Miss Montauk has her offices on the 98th floor. How did you do that?
Um,
Flashback.
Felix would have gone to one of
No,
the
no, no.
bars and
It's a flashback.
oh yeah. Oh, so in the flashback, so Felix heads to one of the bars and where all of the other sort of security people, the working class people like to hang out.
All right.
Um, and he looks for you know a group of security guards, or janitors, basically anyone who works in that building is not very well paid.
All right.
Um, he'll sort of settle up next to them with his nice bobble hat on, and he'll order a pint.
So you're over here
Um,
at the bar.
yeah,
You're sidling up to this fella right here. Looks like he just got off work. Go ahead.
I turn to him and I look him over and go, you look like you could use with about 10 more of those.
Oh man, you wouldn't believe the day I had. Sure, line
Try
them
me.
up. Well, it started with some sort of alarm out there at one of those damn research facilities out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Apparently, the place was set on fire. When people got out there, the place was completely abandoned. There was no one there, and it was burned to the freaking ground. That's like, well, shoot, how the hell did that happen? There's nothing. It's like there was no call. There was no explanation whatsoever. It's just like somebody noticed smoke on the horizon. It's like, well, geez, so the boss is all bent out of shape. That stuff doesn't happen around here. Geez.
It's probably
Now
one
they're
of
looking
the.
for somebody to blame.
All right. Let's hope it's not you, eh?
Well, I've managed to dodge a bullet so far, but I'm not counting on that lasting. You know what I mean?
Ah, so time to start looking for a new job, is what you're saying.
Like there are new jobs here. This is everything. Everybody here works for the damn company. Maybe I should
Huh.
get on one of them free transports like you guys got. Know anybody looking to hire a gun?
Um, I sort of look over to the boss and go, I'm, I might know someone. Let me buy you a drink.
Great. Thanks. Whiskey, neat.
I get him his whiskey. We toast. Um, I offer him. I say to him, so you seem pretty good at your job. I mean, surely there's going to be places off world that will want to hire you.
Oh, well, they teach us how to shoot and how to die. It's like being back in the army all over again.
Yeah, and
Fortunately,
Felix.
this is a pretty quiet world. We don't have much problem, but man, that fire really got the upper floors shook.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to judge anything, but you're fine working on Alliance worlds, right?
Yeah, they're
And
all
you're
alliance worlds. What are you? Some one of them rebels?
I just sort of sigh and go, look, I've been in too many fights over this that I genuinely look. I don't care anymore. Okay, I'm just trying not to get punched in the face.
Yeah, all right, I got you.
I mean, we could take you to a world in deeper in, but for a man of your talents, you might be better served on one of the outer worlds. Probably a lot more money to be made.
Out in the rim?
Mm. I mean, there's more risk, but the rewards have got to be better.
Well, I'd have to think about that for a bit.
Well, I'm sure that we'll be willing to offer you free transport wherever you decide to go.
Whoa, really? Free transport to wherever I
Yeah,
want to go?
yeah,
Holy crap,
whichever
man!
world.
What do you want?
Just a very insignificant piece of information.
Okay, what insignificant piece of information? He feels the hook getting set.
My employer has been trying to get a meeting with. I lean in. My employer has been trying to get a meeting with the CEO for weeks now, and they keep giving him the runaround. He is becoming incredibly frustrated. Honestly, if I don't sort this out, I'm going to have to shoot my boss in the face. Can
Uh,
you please, for the love of God, just tell me which floor the CEO is going to be found on? Because just so that he can get his meeting. Please, for the love of God.
uh, yeah, it's no secret. She's up on the 98th floor.
I breathe a sigh of relief and I buy him another drink. I'm like, you are a literal lifesaver. Thank you.
Yeah, man, no problem. All right, so so you're outside the Capitol. You're outside the Comantics building. She's on 98th floor. What are you going to do now?
Um, I mean, beforehand, and this is up to us. Do we want Felix going in with you two as armed muscle, or do we want him piloting the ship so that we can perhaps lower the ramp onto the floor and just sort of jump onto the ship?
We will need a quick getaway if we're trying to nab him. I would say, because we've learned that he is basically in an office building. Probably, is that right? Like, I get that right?
She, yeah,
She's in an office building.
she's in a skyscraper.
Yeah, it's in the city.
Uh huh. Not quite the top floor. There is a a helicopter pad on the roof of the building, so she's a
Okay.
floor or two below that.
Okay. Um,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So, yeah, it's just obviously this is an alliance city, alliance planet. Um, Flying big sort of pleasure yacht straight into the city. It's going to raise quite a few flags. So
Definitely.
we'll be able to make a quick getaway, but they will probably definitely ID us.
All right, so Amelia, as the captain of the Royal Flush, how did you overcome the airspace restrictions to get the Royal Flush to that building?
Oh, I didn't think we were bringing it. I thought we were because it was gonna be too tight to bring the ship in.
Oh, it's the tallest
Unless
building. There's nothing else in the way.
Um,
Or how
I'm
did
willing to
you
assume
arrange
that
for
there's
your quick getaway?
um bribed a poor authority to borrow a shuttle to land at the actual at the on the building.
Okay. Let's say say that we do this, and you guys, Amelia, you have gone down to the Port Authority, which also doubles as a warehouse, and you are meeting with this fella, Willard Cho.
Do I know his name ahead of time or?
If you'd like,
Okay.
he's in charge
Mr.
of
Cho,
shipping on and off planet.
Mr. Cho, can I have a moment of your time, please?
Certainly. How
It's
can I help you?
Look, I'm a bit of a bind. I have a client. They're at the very top of whatever the tower name is,
The Comantics building.
the Comactics building, and well, they're wanting it delivered today, and I need clearance for it, and they're not cooperating. I'm really hoping you can help me out of this bind. And I got a shipment. I got to get over to Professor by next month.
So what are you asking me for? You want clearance to ship to the
Clearance,
top
and
of the building?
yeah, and I need access to I need to borrow a shuttle. If you know anyone or have one lying around, it would really help with this delivery.
Oh,
But
let me tell you, it's a very secure building. All shipments in and out are highly regulated. I am the only one allowed to, you know, make that sort of delivery. So if you would just like to drop it off here, I will see that it is delivered at the proper time.
my client was very adamant that I get it done today.
Oh, today that's not possible. Busy day. We have much coming in.
That's why I'm willing to do it. Look,
Uh, he sort
I
of looks
make
away at
some
the
regular money.
schedule. He pulls out a clipboard. He's looking at it. No, no, that is completely impossible. Completely, it couldn't possibly happen before next week. And he's holding his hand out in a way that you've come to recognize among any sort of you know government official.
She slips out some money, little nice, you know, good
Somebody,
chunk.
why don't you give me a social influence roll, and I will do the same. Because he is going to make it a 15.
Will you take? I got a pretty smile.
Oh, absolutely. That seems like it's custom made for this sort of situation.
Will you take ship's captain? I don't know if that kind of iffy on that
Uh,
for the distinction.
no. Um, no.
Yeah, I'll just try this.
Yeah, no.
I got big dim hero dice.
Well, roll first.
Just in case. Yeah,
See if you need to.
well, I'm gonna need to. Uh,
Well, that's not bad. You're close. Uh, 11. If you spend a plot point to add that D6, you'll tie, or you can spend a plot point and add a big damn hero dice and hope to get more than a 3.
I will spend a pop point to add a to roll a big damn hero die.
Okay.
Show me the
Okay.
money.
You successfully find a number that he likes. He says, "Look, this is very unusual, but yeah, you can take the delivery van over there, number 68. Have it
Much
back.
appreciated.
Have it back by 11 p.m."
No problem.
When you go out there, you look, you see that delivery van number 68 is like a 15-year-old panel van looking skiff with no markings other than, a faded 68 on the front bumper. So it won't come back to him if somebody sees it.
Hmm.
And there we go. Now we'll go back to the mess hall. All right. So you know where you're going, and you got a way to get there. What's the next step in the plan, Atticus?
So I'm assuming, are we landing on the roof? Is that what we're trying to do, or are we trying to go in and exit off the roof?
You tell me. This is your plan.
Okay, it'll be quicker to get to her from the roof if we go in as delivery men. So, um, I say we go land on the roof. Um,
Disguised as delivery men.
disguised as delivery men. Um, with a package for uh the target. Insert name. I have forgotten. Um, yes. So
Did you guys get rid of the glass? All that glassware we bought.
Yes.
okay.
But they
Comantics.
deadheaded it back from Deadwood. They came back empty
Mm.
because they left the brains on Ghost.
So yeah, we will land on we land on the roof. Um, disguised as delivery men with our package, and we have our location of where we need to go. So we, with the attitude that we are supposed to be there, make our way over to deliver this package.
Oh, before we go,
Hmm.
are we taking weapons with us? Because if we can potentially stash them in the delivery box.
Small arms. I don't think we need to bring anything bigger than like no rifles.
Oh,
We got
you,
to be discreet.
you see Felix just frown and he puts his rifle back on the rack.
There will be a time and place for it, Felix. I promise. You know what? You can keep it in the shuttle if you want. Just don't bring it out.
Yeah, I'll put it in the shuttle. I'll hide it in there
There you go.
in case we need it.
And yeah, so if we're all set, we all get in. We have our clearance to get there, land on the roof, and start making our way towards. I would say you said it's not quite the top floor. She's like a couple levels below, so about maybe like 2 to 3 floors down. to deliver our package in air quotes.
Deliver your package in air quotes.
Yep.
Okay, so then I am making a scene real quick
Ah, yes.
because that's one of those things that's got to happen.
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
gotta do it behind the scenes because I just didn't know what you guys are going to do. So you got
That's fair because
ghost.
that applies to everyone in here.
So, what are my players going to do today? Are they going to be sensible, or are they going to do something completely and utterly insane?
Listen, I always have that little chaos guy on my shoulder. Sometimes he's a little more vocal. Today he might be.
All right, that did not work. Or just, let's see, what did I say? Firefly, maps, Shepherd's Run, Ghost. Where the hell is it? Did I not put it in there? Oh, I didn't. Nope. Okay. Uh, Gotta look in the right spot. It's right there. Uh, all right. So you guys land on the building. Yeah, you've managed to somehow, with a sufficiently large bribe to the fella in the warehouse, get the proper codes to land on the building. You land, you give them your codes. You've changed your disguise into delivery guys. How big a package are you delivering? Because
Um,
I'm assuming you're all three want to go.
yeah,
Yeah, I would say we keep it a smaller but more high profile package. Like it's a urgent delivery,
fragile.
um, fragile, can't be jostled,
Enough
and
for two people to carry, another person a clipboard for signature.
All right.
yeah, I think. Yep.
It's light enough. They just have to pretend that it's heavy.
Okay. Uh, is this box big enough to put a body in, or no?
Mm.
Mm, probably not if they're alive.
What if they're unconscious?
Well, I mean, you
I see. I see where this is going, and I love it.
know, well, I mean,
I
it could be quite long.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna say it's probably about the size of a stretcher, right? Um, and I don't want to say coffin shaped, but I mean rectangular in nature,
Okay.
about the size of a stretcher
So you
with
could
a hollow
potentially
compartment.
stuff someone in it.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you land on the building. You've talked with the security detail of the building. You got your clearance to land. You get out of your panel van carrying your not coffin shaped box. You take it over to the lift, which is right there. There's nobody there. And you get in it and you press the floor for 98, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So who's carrying the clipboard?
Uh,
I am.
Yeah, Felix is going to look more like a delivery man, so he's
All right.
holding the box.
I'll hold it with. I actually, since Amelia, you're holding the clipboard, I'm gonna message you something here real quick. All right, continue.
All right. So you take the elevator. It goes down 2 floors and lets out into a largest lobby, and you see for Comantic's security guards. You recognize the uniform from the guy in the bar. You don't see the guy in the bar. These are four different guys. Um, they see get out. They see you exit the elevator, and they look a little surprised. It's like, uh, we didn't have any delivery scheduled for today, did we? Um, Amelia.
Well, it's not my problem if you don't have it on your schedule, but I have this delivery to make, and well, it's your boss, and I'm pretty sure she wants it right away. Like,
That's for Miss Montauk. Let me see your paperwork.
and obviously, the paperwork. She shows the paperwork, and
Of course.
like, your boss wanted to be discreet with this, so it's unmarked.
These fucking corporate guys always got to be shifty about things. He looks it over, and I need from you a what do you call it? Let me look at your character sheet. It's going to be a social trick roll. You may want to break out the pretty smile for this one.
Well, pretty small goes under influence, so
Your target number is a 5. No one has any complications, right?
nope.
Okay. Well, that one goes away. What a shame.
Um, Instead of like the trick is like he's looking over top of me, she kind of leans in close to him and kind of whispers, like, "Look, I don't think your boss really wants anyone to know what's inside this."
All right. Well, give me the roll. Whatever roll you think
I
you
take,
need to make to convince this guy.
take
Oh. Well, you succeeded. Um, but now he wants to escort you into the room because you managed you were a little too familiar and it kind of made him nervous. You succeeded, but
well,
you've got the complication. Oh, of a D10. Holy crap, that sucks. Suspicious guard.
I was hoping that his complication would take out my complication.
No, sorry. So then I'm going to take you guys into the office. Felix, and the Alliance Guard.
I'm
Yeah,
standing behind the Alliance guard, by the way.
okay. He will take you down the hallway into the office.
Oh, since that roll was 5, I beat it by 5. Do I get anything?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You will get a big damn hero dice. What was your roll?
10.
Uh, uh, yeah, D8. This is not showing up because I didn't do it right. So I need to turn that off and hit save. There we go. Now you can see it, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Big spacious office. You're coming in with your huge box, Alliance Security, and the fellow says, Miss Montauk, Mr. Reed, we've got some delivery for you that you need to sign for. Um, Alphonse Reed, he steps over. Uh, and says, "What is it? Let me see the paperwork."
I was told Miss Montauk would be signing for this. That she was required to sign for it.
Well, yes, but I'm her personal security, so I'm going to make sure it's not a bomb or a virus or some other bullshit that's going to kill her. So let me see your paperwork.
All right. She has the paperwork.
All right. Now we want to test how good that paperwork is. What do you think you would roll to test how good that paperwork is?
Hmm. By the way, guys, what's our like code word for like? Okay, now we're all on the same page and we're like either going to incapacitate or capture.
Um, Morpheus.
Morpheus. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm fine. Yeah.
yeah,
We're
it's unlikely to come up in casual conversation. And there's also the we've been blown, immediately bum rush the two guards and
so
kidnap the CEO.
I have a plan. I had a plan for the guard in front of me. I just need to know when. Because I prepped for this thing my own doctorish way.
Okay.
Is it a drug?
I mean, please don't give away my spoil trump card, but yes, it may be drug related.
I mean, that's a bit more sophisticated than my idea. Just rubbish tackle them and knock them out.
Boot to the head. Anyway, Amelia, how are you going to get this bogus paperwork past Mr. Reed?
Let's say that'd be like a physical, if we're rolling for it, physical.
Well, you want him to look at the paperwork and think it's legit.
Okay.
I was gonna say mental trick,
Okay.
um, but I think uh, Atticus would be the one that came up with the paperwork, since some of this is his idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I know legal jargon. I could, or I
All right.
guess,
So you make the
to
roll.
do that. Okay, we said this was what is it? Mental
Mental trick. Your target number
12
is 8,
or
9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12, yes.
trick? You say? Oh, geez,
Nobody took trick, did they?
no one took trick. Now the question is, do I have any of the big damn hero dice from the last game?
If you didn't
Or
spend
we
it last game, you still have it.
okay. Um, points. I am going to, as a hindrance, as the ship's doctor. I don't really write up dockets for stuff. I'm gonna take that as a D4,
All right. Have a plot point.
and then I just need to do D4. Add okay. Um, yeah, that's gonna be it, and then I'll see how what I roll. Roll for total. I got an 8. Let me spend a plot point to add a. The question is, I need a 4 or better.
You need a 4 better, yes.
That's a more than a 50% chance. I'll spend one to roll a D8.
Okay.
Uh, get the hang of this. Let me just. I guess we'll take that mental, add that there, remove that, roll for total 7. So 15.
Okay. Yes. He buys it. He hands it to Miss Montauk. Says, "Yeah, it looks legit. Who did you say this package was from?"
Hmm.
Atticus.
Oh yes. Sorry. It was from a Doctor what was his name? Mobius.
Dr. Mobius. Okay.
Hmm.
See,
Um, which I guess that would be the cue at this point because we don't have anything in the box, do we? As soon as they open it, cover's blown.
that's up to you.
Eep.
Okay.
Um, After I say Mobius, I will take a syringe of horse tranquilizer. About what would take the dose to knock out a full-grown man, and add like an extra dose on top of that. So like a double
Okay.
dose.
Sure.
Okay, medical coma.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm gonna jab it into the leg of the guard in front of me.
the Alliance security guy.
Yep.
All right. So that is going to start combat.
Diddly diddly diddly
I
diddly.
get a bonus for catching him off guard.
Oh, you go first.
Okay, cool.
Definitely. Okay. So I'm gonna pop that out so it doesn't get in my way or anyone else's way. All right. So, Atticus, you will want to make a fight roll against my security guard.
Okay.
Um,
It's gonna be physical, and then a fight. I don't want to know what the security guard is gonna roll. Ah,
well, you do. What the hell was that? No,
that's perfect. I love that. Oh, that's
ignore
great.
ignore that. That was not.
Oh,
All right. All right. Roll for total. Oh,
yes.
fantastic.
Ah.
So your security guard is no longer suspicious uh, because his boss cleared your paperwork. He is completely oblivious. He would trust you with babysitting his children at this point because
Oh,
I just rolled double ones for his attempt. So, John,
Yes.
your target number is 0. Can you beat that?
You know what? I can still get plot points.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Or I can still get a big damn hero dice. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go
If you roll a
physical.
5 or higher, you'll get a big damn hero dice.
All right, physical fight. And I also want to add ship's doctor in there as being the ship's
Absolutely.
doctor.
That is
I know where the.
exactly right.
Okay. All right, ship's doctor going through, and I'm really familiar with my doctor's bag, so I have little nifty compartments that I can quickly grab stuff from, which is how I caught him off guard.
That sounds great. Oh my gosh. All right. So, okay,
good
yes,
lord.
you definitely got him. I can't give you 3 big damn hero dice, but you can have a D8 big damn hero dice.
That's
I'm
actually
going to
okay.
say uh, that your complication is you snapped off the needle of your syringe in a poor guy's leg because he fell down so fast.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know
Uh,
what? At least it'll stop the bleeding.
right, yes. So let me go ahead and he's going to get a status effect. Oh, sleepy. Is there a sleepy button? There's got to be a sleepy button.
Yeah,
Unconscious. There you go.
yeah, he goes to sleep
Boom. There he's out.
immediately.
All right, so we have begun combat. The security guard is unconscious. Uh, Atticus, you have gone. Who do you want to go next?
I'd like Felix to go next, and I think Felix knows what Felix needs to do.
Yep. So, is her personal security facing towards us?
Actually, he's looking at the security guard who just collapsed on the floor. He's looking somewhat concerned. That sort of thing
Okay,
doesn't
then
happen very often.
I'm going to take my arm, wrap it around his throat, take him to the ground, and choke him out.
All right, then I will. Well, that he's going to get. He is not a real character.
Um, and when we get to our to Miss Montoya, I have a dose set out for her to knock her out. That is this time is tailored to what we know information that we know about her, so it will not be dangerous.
Well,
Oh, okay.
we need to get. We probably need to be in the building for her to get the files, though. So
That's fair.
All right. So he is concerned. So I will say that he rolled us. Yeah, he rolled really well. 16.
Okay, so
He is the chief of
um,
security after all.
okay, so physical fight.
Physical fight.
Could I potentially add sneak into this as we're kind of catching them off guard?
Uh, no, that doesn't quite work that way. What you I might allow done time because you know, pulling a sneak on a fellow inmate to knock his ass out seems right up your alley.
Okay. Again, distinctions D8 for D4. Okay, so I'll do that for an extra plot point. And I'm going to use that plot point because otherwise I'm unlikely to hit the number.
Okay.
So that's a D8, correct?
What do you mean? What you're doing? What? What?
Uh, I'm adding a plot point to my roll.
Oh no! Don't do that.
No? Okay.
No. The way the plot point works is you make your roll of however many dice you got. You count the two highest. For a plot point, you can add the third dice into your total, or you can re-roll, or you can add a big damn hero dice, which
Okay.
also adds to your total. But always roll first. Spend your plot points later.
Yeah. I'm going to roll a big damn hero dice.
Okay, you're good. Please do.
Still probably not. I'm not going to reach it. Big damn hero
did you have
dice.
did you have a distinction?
Yeah. Done time, but it's only when you take a social complication, so that doesn't apply here. And at the beginning of a timed action where endurance is a key factor, spend one plot point to double labor for the timed action.
Wait a minute. No, no, no. You've done time the pokey. All right. So
Yeah.
you're familiar with fighting. You didn't need
Hmm.
to, but you rolled it as a D4 to get a plot point. That's what you did.
Yeah.
Um, so why do you have a 4 as effect die? You didn't roll that right. You got a 4. So your total is actually 6, not 2.
Okay.
I mean, you got your
So
plot
six.
point. That 4 adds. You take the two highest dice, so you got a 4 and a 2.
Oh, cool. And yeah, I'll spend a plot point for a big damn hero dice.
Okay.
Remind me again. It's a D.
Well, let me look at your character sheet and look at your big damn hero dice. You have a D12 as a big
Okay.
damn hero dice.
Rolling the d12.
and it will go away after this goes. So you want that to roll high, though. I want to tell you.
Jesus, please bless me. So 6 out of 8, 14. Not quite close enough. Atticus, can you perhaps assist me, spur me on with some, words of encouragement?
What can I
Atticus is
do?
already gone.
Oh,
Yep.
Amelia, spur me on with some words of encouragement, please.
You can assist by rolling a die uh, that is appropriate for your action. So, depending on how you want to help him,
Um, can't you use plot points to add, bring something with you? Say like I have this item or whatever.
you can. What are you trying to bring?
Well, no, not me. I was thinking for Felix, he brought like a something to help him choke him out.
Like adding a dice from what he rolled.
Yeah, but I don't think it would work that way anymore because the way it was rolled. So,
Mm, mm, mm.
uh, shoot. How short are you?
2.
It's two down.
2 points.
Yeah.
Two points off.
I'm just worried about she'll make a run for it after this. So,
Um, with that 14, what would happen? Would it be a case of we're sort of struggling on the ground, or?
With that 14 versus his 16, you would basically take. This is a simultaneous combat. You would take a D10 complication of whatever I damn well felt like.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can take that. Just, make sure the CEO doesn't get away.
All right. Well, then he was initially surprised by your attempt to choke him out, but as an expert in hand to hand, he managed to reverse it, and he has you in a chokehold.
Yeah.
And you have a D10 complication chokehold.
Harder.
Spank me, daddy. All right. So,
Okay.
Felix, who do you want to go next?
Amelia.
Amelia, what are you going to do?
uh, I'm not gonna knock her out. I'm just gonna walk up and I'm gonna walk up and restrain her. So,
All right, then you're going to make another physical fight roll. She will, strangely, not want to be fought. Um, I'm looking at her character sheet. I'm gonna throw that in there and roll for total. 12. Your target number is 12.
will you take Veteran Unification War?
Absolutely.
I wonder if you let me add in my pistol, sort of as kind of a threatening gesture. Like,
You mean your signature asset?
yeah,
Of course. You're trying to control her and pulling a gun on her. Certainly will have that effect. Possibly.
yeah. Let's see, I have a plot point I could spend here.
Roll first. See if you got it.
Uh, well, I rolled a 9, so
Oh, why do I not see that?
Scroll down.
I'm scrolling down. I don't see it. There it is. 6, 7, 8, 9. Uh, what are you trying to beat? A 12?
12.
And 12. You got a 9. If you spend
And a
a plot
1.
point to roll a big damn hero dice, you could come close. You also got that 1. That's no good. We'll see how that goes. What do you want to do?
I'll spend the plot point
All
to roll
right.
a big damn hero dice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So
17.
have a D8 big damn hero dice. Um, you approach her. She does not seem in the least bit happy about having a gun in her face, and she puts her hands up. Um, but as she does, her she squints her eyes and she goes, "Achoo!" All over you.
Oh, she's allergic to me. Great. So she sneezes all over me. Got it.
All right. So Alphonse is in. He's going to try to choke you out, seeing as he's who's left.
Ah!
Felix. He is going to roll uh, that. Roll for total. Oh, I need to add a D10 to that
Oh, a D10. Oh,
because that's what you're. Oh well, good for you. That's good for you. Uh, your complication for being D10 goes to a D8 now, but you need to resist a 13 because
okay.
if you beat the 13, you are no longer chokeholded.
Okay, physical fight.
Feel free to use
And
your done time. I think that would apply.
I will use done time, so D4.
Why are you rolling done time as a D4?
Because I trade it in for a pot point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get a plot point, and your D8 distinction goes back up to a D10 because he's still choking you out.
As I'm being choked out, I'm like,
Yep. All right.
any
Uh,
help here?
so Montauk is done. That will go to round 2. Oh, that's what's going on there. I see. All right, round 2. I went last, so one of you guys goes first. Uh, your choice here. Let me put you next to him so we know that you're being choked out.
If you want, I can sedate, or I guess we need her awake still for now.
Uh,
Save Felix.
Okay. I am going to run over and see if I can either whack him on the back of the head or otherwise try to assist Felix in getting out.
well, are you going to attack him or are you going to aid Felix when he rolls?
I'm not that good at combat. Felix, would you rather
I
me aid you, or would you rather me try to like actually attack?
Actually attack because he's
Okay,
grappled, so he's probably going to take some penalties. I mean,
yeah, we hope.
you could point the gun to his head and tell him to
You know
drop
what?
me and make it a social thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's see if I can bluff him off. I'll pull out a pistol and put it to his head and say, "Let him go."
Pull out a
Or
pistol. All right, so now you want to intimidate him. So
Yeah.
that's going to be
Basically,
social influence.
that's better.
Feel free to make any other
Um,
distinctions you think you might want to.
sure. Uh, definitely as a ship's doctor, I don't point guns at people's heads, so I'm gonna take a plot point to
Roll
take
the
that as a
d4.
D4.
Okay.
Um, and
You don't have any complications?
no,
All right. Well, your target is an 11.
11. Okay. Let's see. Social influence. There's that. I don't think I can really add anything else. So we're gonna roll for this and see what I get.
Plot point to add
Who
that
wins ties?
to. Uh, ties go to. Let's say they go to attacker. I'll look it up later.
Okay, so I would win that. I wouldn't need to spend a plot point.
That's right. You would win that.
Okay.
So then he uh, lets go of Felix and puts his hands behind his head.
All right. At this point, I choose Felix to go and kind of let you like tie him up. I don't know if you have any zip ties or
Just
I
wanna.
mean, yeah, I would assume I brought zip ties.
Okay.
I'll also get like a dirty sock and shove it in his mouth.
why does it have to be dirty? Can't we have a pair? Can't we have a pack of clean socks that we designate as the
No,
the
No.
the, the mouth gag socks?
no, they have to be dirty. The corpo scum.
It's a
He's
requirement.
he's using his cruise sock.
Oh God.
Yeah, so zip tie him, hands behind his back, zip tie his legs together, and yeah, dirty sock rammed in the mouth.
All right. So you've managed to do this fairly quietly.
Please don't.
Please don't what?
Nothing.
So you didn't draw the attention of anyone outside.
Excellent.
So we're out of combat. What are you going to do now? We'll put these guys down here. Felix, keep an eye on them. Montauk
Will do.
continues to sneeze. Her nose is now just a running mess. Tears are running. Her makeup is streaming. Um, she's not blubbering like she's afraid, but she is having a violent allergic reaction.
By now, Miss, you are aware of a certain issue that I'm currently plagued with. It happens to deal with one of your scientists who experimented on me. I would like all of his research data and what he did to me. Or shall we get cozy
What
even
scientist are you
further?
talking about?
I kind of fumble in. Oh, I think I've got something for this, but I'd really like that. I think we'd like that data though.
what that who you
And,
talking about?
well, the lab that blew up recently, that, well, was set ablaze. To be fair, I had nothing to do with it, but I escaped, and, well, Isaac,
Rousseau?
yes, that's the name,
Oh my god. Oh my
did
god,
some
get away
genetic.
from me. Get away from me. Right now.
No, I want that information.
Oh,
No, no, you don't understand. You have to get away from me. And there's her nose has started to bleed.
What the?
And she looks at Atticus. I'll stay away as soon as you promise me you're going to give me that information.
Yeah, whatever. Just oh,
I let her
now she's
go,
starting to
and she
vomit.
steps
She's
away.
starting to vomit now. She's like, oh my gosh.
okay.
Lets her go, steps away.
I walk over to administer aid,
Okay.
and figure out what's going on.
She is having a, well, severe doesn't seem strong enough a phrase for what's
Like a
happening with her.
terminal reaction.
She is, well, I mean, you don't normally bleed out of your nose from allergies, do you?
Fair.
Um,
No.
yeah, vomiting certainly is not a thing. As soon as Amelia steps away, the symptoms lessen, but she's still in bad shape. She says, "Here, let me go to my computer. I'll call up the data." That son of a bitch. That son of a bitch.
What has
Um,
he told you?
and,
I ask
she
her.
said, "Hold on, let me." He was working on uh, something, and she goes over to her computer and she pulls up the file for uh, for this. Now, I want you, John, to make a
Okay.
notice roll. She is going to do,
Would that be like a mental notice?
yes, she is going to do this. She's going to roll for total. She's going to roll poorly. You need to beat a 10.
Meeting a 10
Beating a
on
10
a notice roll.
on a notice
Um,
roll.
Can I assist Atticus? Like I'm keeping an eye on her.
Sure.
would you
Uh,
consider her grief stricken? Or
I
no?
would not. I would
Okay.
say you can add Amelia's D6 to your roll, John,
Okay.
because she's also
All right.
watching.
Okay.
All right.
Do now you add that into the roll, or is she rolling that separate and then?
You roll it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll
You're
take
fine.
the 12.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it looked like she was, going to try to trigger a silent alarm, but you caught her. And then she,
I
yeah, yeah,
I promptly stop her. I
you
said I
promptly
wouldn't do
stop
that.
her. All right. And she calls up the file you asked for.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead.
so you look at the file as a doctor, it will make more sense to you. You read it over. Uh, you look at it. It's a couple of status reports from Isaac Rousseau about a plan to create uh, agents that cause severe allergy and ultimately death over long-term exposure in people with certain traits. Uh, in
Interesting.
in this
Oh
case,
God.
it was going up against people with the reader trait.
The reader trait. Okay.
Yes. So
Um,
people with psychic powers are severely allergic to people with this particular uh, genetic variation that has been instilled in a number of subjects. When you hear this, Amelia, you recall uh, Gretchen saying how, in some of your conversations, how she always had a good sense of how people were. You know what I mean? She never connected it with anything, which is often the case because if you don't know, you don't know. You just think you're good at, reading body language or, you know, having a good feel for people.
Now, in his notes, they talk about like potential reversements, or is that going to be something I'm going to have to dive deeper into?
You're you don't see anything in a quick glance. You see the procedure. Um, you know what? I'm not going to give it to you. Give me a
Sure.
medical knowledge, uh, mental medical knowledge roll.
Mental, no medicine.
Yep,
Okay. I'll add mine as a doctor. And yep.
sure.
What's my
Doctor's
what's
bag won't apply, but
no no it won't. I'm not going to try to fight for that one. No. Um.
your target here. I'm going to say this is fairly challenging, or not.
12.
12. 15. Okay. Yeah. Um, what he's done is he has modified the DNA so that it works through pheromones. So he's modified the
Interesting.
pheromones of Amelia to kill people with the reader trait.
Oh, you're a plague carrier. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And that's why your owner is back sick on the ship.
Great. Okay. I let Amelia know, hey, we've got the information here. It looks like she knows what we've already gleaned at a glance, but I'm gonna have to dig deeper to see if I can find anything else.
Yeah,
Okay.
you add the data to
Yep.
your whatever portable display device.
Are we going to take the CEO with us, or just tie
Do we
her up
need her?
and leave her here?
I don't think we really need her. You wouldn't happen to way to undo all this?
Uh, no, that wasn't the purview. That wasn't the job.
So maybe I suggest you rein in Isaac before he creates someone that kills you.
I think that was probably his plan all along.
Well, that's a plot
Look,
twist.
I really don't want to. I really didn't want to harm you, and frankly, I really appreciate you giving us that file so if I can find a cure for this. So with that, my friend here is going to give you something to make you go night, and we
Yep.
will disappear.
Is it going to be a drug, or is it going to be a pistol butt to the face?
We said we didn't want to hurt her, so I've already got a dose planned out for it. Because initially I thought we were actually like taking her, and then we're not. So, um, I go over and administer a regular
Uh,
dose of sleepy time.
She looks
oh,
upset that you
uh,
just stuck her.
Sissy, if you ever try looking for us, I guarantee you're not going to like what you find. In fact, you probably bring more people down on you that you don't want. So I suggest you keep this whole issue hush.
Pass out.
You gonna
Um.
leave Reed conscious? You gonna knock him out too?
Oh yeah, I'm going to
That
keep.
w-
I'm going to give him a quick, swift boot to the face.
I didn't prepare a dose for him.
Yeah, no, he's getting a kick to the face to knock him out. And if that
Hmm.
doesn't work, I can slam his head repeatedly into the floor.
Okay,
That'll work.
Christ,
All right, no
No one puts
problem.
me in a chokehold.
that's fair.
Well, Doctor, do you think this is enough to undo all this?
Time will tell. I've got to dig deeper into the notes to see exactly what they did, if it's possible. But damn, that's some.
All right, let's bring back that delivery truck before people ask questions and get off this rock.
Yep.
All right, now I would be remiss if I didn't point out that you are sitting at the computer of the head of one of the largest pharmaceutical corporations, and she are logged in as the CEO.
Oh.
Do you
Let's
want
get
to
enough
do
dirt.
anything else?
You know
You
what? Hey,
know, like
let's get some dirt just in
let's get
case
some dirt.
she
Just
does wake up.
yeah.
We have something to be like, hey, we don't want to mess with it. We got this stuff. Don't fuck with us. We won't fuck with you and your empire. So yeah, we'll copy the contents of her computer and the information. I don't know how long that might take.
Several hours if you trying to get the entire uh, mainframe that she's connected to.
No, no, local computer.
Well, it's not a local computer; it's a
It-
terminal.
Oh, it would be terminal. Oh yeah,
Let
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
let's get all like the dirty projects they're working on that they don't want, you know,
Sure.
and some
released
of
to
their
the public.
proprietary information.
All right, so if you're
And
gonna,
I'm pretty sure like
who's gonna do this?
Atticus,
Not me.
because
All right, Atticus, I'm gonna want a uh, mental operate roll
Mental operate
because
out
you
what I can do.
because
It's
you
not medical
are.
equipment.
It's not medical equipment, no, but it is a medical database. So, yeah, okay, fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah,
is. Okay.
bring it.
Um,
However,
you know what?
you have CEO access, so I will reduce the difficulty from 2d12 to 2d10.
Okay. I'd also like to add in oh Jesus Christ. Okay. I'd like to add in ship's doctor because if it is a medical terminal, as a doctor, I've used them before, so I kind of know where.
Well, it's not a medical terminal; it's a just a computer to into a pharmaceutical database. But
Okay, fair.
I will let you use Ship Doctor because that seems appropriate because you
Um,
kind of
you
know
know
what
what?
you're
Better
looking
yet,
for.
I know what medical jargon to look for.
All right, there you go. Perfect.
Um,
17.
excellent. Okay. Um, I will spin a plot point
All right.
to roll a d. I need. You know what? I'll roll a d. I need 5 or better on that. So we'll do a d8.
Okay.
Come on.
One
Okay.
more.
Okay. Okay.
Spend a plot
I'll
point.
spin
Add
another.
that 3.
Yeah, we'll spin a plot point and add the 3.
All right, you got it. You have found their dirty tricks file.
Excellent.
You can now have the asset of
Okay.
Comantic's, what do you call it? Black file.
Okay.
Comantic's
I'll
black
put that down.
file. Spend a plot point to make it permanent.
Command to. I will definitely spin a plot point then. So do I put under signature assets then?
Just assets. I don't. It don't.
Okay.
It won't be a signature, but it'll be an asset, and you can mark on it on your character sheet, permanent.
Comantic's black files permanent.
Permanent. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Does it have a dice rating to it?
Yeah, D10. It's probably good to have because you have definitely made an enemy today.
They're only a worry if they can find us.
That's very true. Oh wait, hold on. Close that out. Okay, so I need to do this. There it is. Romantics black file. Ba 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 ba, and done. As a D10 asset, permanent. We are good, Captain.
All right. So you're walking out.
Yeah.
Okay. As you walk out, the guards are out there. They say, "Hey, where's Aaron?"
Is there a fire alarm?
Um, like a little handle you pull.
something like a fire alarm, as in like I don't know what a futuristic version of a fire alarm would look like.
Well, actually, they probably want to keep it simple because, like, it's meant to be accessible. So it's probably
Oh,
just
Right,
like one
that's
of
what
he
I'm
those.
went
thinking.
to. I don't know. He said something about he had to hit the head or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Something about really bad stomach pains.
Oh, I told him not to eat that shit from the canteen. All right. Well, you guys have a great day. See you later.
Yeah, you too.
Yep, have fun.
All right. And you go. You fly away and drop off your stuff, and you eventually find your way back to the Royal Flush. And if it stops moving, I can pull up the mess hall. All right. So there you go. You have a lot of information now there in front of you. It may take you a little while to go through it all, Atticus. But you can see there the formulas are there for how the DNA was altered. Um, it was vectored through a virus that was in the food. It's basically the same kind of thing that the COVID vaccine was based on, an RNA modifier, uh,
Hmm.
except it worked on DNA instead. So it's a very, very subtle change. Um, but I don't think you really have the genetics background to
No,
reverse it.
but we
I
know
Hmm.
mean,
someone who does.
you probably do, yeah.
It's time to find that bitch and beat his ass.
Well, I was thinking of our contact on the horse breeder. I know
Oh,
it's not humans, but she has the genetic know-how to modify horses, and don't
oh,
people may not be too far behind.
yeah. Actually, yeah. I mean, that actually works a lot better.
Hmm.
Alice McAllister.
Alice
Uh,
McAllister. Yep.
yes. She used to be a geneticist for the Alliance during
Ah.
the war. This is her retirement. Breeding horses is her retirement.
Okay. So yeah, we have a perfect contact for this because I don't know this, but she might.
Dean
Well,
might.
let's see if she'll offer to help. Of course, she's probably gonna want something in return.
I mean, if she's a geneticist worth anything, just the knowledge that we have alone in these notes may be enough.
Yeah, I think the only moral question is are we really willing to potentially hand over, the secret to, sort of secret assassination to someone who we barely know?
That's that is a great question.
Hey, come on. You've dealt with her twice now. She's a recurring NPC.
Have we shared dinner with her?
We've kind of on good terms ish. So
Yeah.
She's not offered to knit me a hat, okay?
Hey, she watched out for us when we came in, told us not to land in the city.
True,
Yeah.
true.
We could have easily just said no.
Right.
Yeah.
Be two
Absolutely.
secs.
So
plus, I think the boss would like me not to be this way.
mhm.
Otherwise, I don't think I'd be able to be your captain much longer.
Yeah.
Or
Apparently, this particular strain was aimed at Montauk. That's why she got so ill so fast. But Atticus, you can tell that prolonged exposure will kill Elwood. Prolonged exposure will kill him.
Okay.
No amount of Claritin 3 or 4 is going to help.
Yeah. No. Okay. It is lethal. Lethal. Did the
Yeah.
notes say? Mm.
All right.
I'm back.
So, uh, you're here on Ghost. You've rescued Amelia. You've discovered what her problem is. You have a potential way to fix it. And you've got a Firefly sitting in an impound that you can get out if you pay the fines.
What do we do
Didn't
with the spare
Elwood have
tire?
the fee? Or
Elwood,
didn't?
Elwood almost had the fee. I can easily say that if he spends another couple of days at one of the casinos, he can easily come up with what he was short on. But it will leave you guys a little short of cash, which, hey, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
I mean, the amount of money that we would spend to get it out, how much would it be to sell it?
Oh, the selling cost of a decent Firefly is probably 50 times what the Hawk the uh, the 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 fees are.
Oh, we'd be set.
Well, it could also be a nice backup ship in case something happens.
I like the idea,
But,
but are we just gonna tow the ship
yeah.
around with us?
Well, we would have to park it somewhere. I mean, I like to at least. Elwood's not here, so like I don't want to like short him the ship if that's what he was
That's fair.
after.
No, I
So,
agree. I agree. I
I
was just curious. Like,
I am okay with deferring that decision until later. That's fine with me.
yeah, that's okay.
Um,
yeah, we could do that. Like I mean, you could always just say Elwood's like staying behind to gamble his way to get to the ship too. Then we can come back for him.
yeah, that's a future us problem.
well, it's another 2 months because Deadwood is not nearby.
Hmm.
Um,
But
so
again,
from
I can hand wave 2 months. That's no big thing. I wouldn't.
yeah,
I wouldn't want to hand wave the dealing with McAllister because that's kind of going to be an important story point. I think.
yeah,
Off
um,
topic. Do you remember the Black Mirror episode from season 1, the McAllister, where if you guys have seen Black Mirror,
yes, season one. There's
it's the one
the
where
prime
he
minister.
genetically copies his coworkers into a virtual simulation version of Star Trek.
I
That's
don't
not
think that
season
was
one. That's
first.
season four. You.
Was it season 4?
That's season four. Like, god
Oh,
damn.
okay.
There's another one in the current season. It's an
Yes,
hour and a
Yeah.
half
that's what I was
long.
gonna say. Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet.
they finally gave us the sequel. It's good.
Yeah. But no, I was about to say, like, season one is British Prime Minister is forced to have,
I remember that.
yeah.
Do I need to pause the recording?
No, I'm not going to mention it.
Oh
But
God, I forgot recording. Sorry, spoilers, everyone. Spoilers. Spoilers.
yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah. There's the one where they're recording all the moments of their lives, and then there's the other one where they're like exercise machines and they're running like credits and like
Yeah.
trying to get out of sort of manual labor, I suppose.
Yep.
Yeah. So with Amelia, it's only a sort of fatal thing for people around her if they have that reader trait, not for her herself.
Nope, just the readers.
Okay, yeah. So the trip to Dead would have been no problem.
All right, so that's the plan. We finished this game quick today. We got to do more flashbacks. That went fast.
Got to prepare
went
more
great.
content for us.
I was actually impressed at how smoothly that went. Like I was expecting major hiccups, but nope.
Well,
it's not.
you start throwing dice at stuff.
Yep, fair enough.
And this isn't the Star Trek campaign where everything that can go wrong will go wrong.
This is definitely a more forgiving system than Star Trek.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a system. I would say it's our glorious person running it, who's maybe being a bit more lenient than he has been in the past.
Well,
We just had a really good dice roll. That's all that matters.
yeah,
Like the dice rolls could have went the other way.
this system
What, like they did for me?
favors the players. I'll say you guys have a number of tools at your disposal to really make the roles better. A little more so than the Star Trek game. Um, but the Star Trek game still had some pretty crazy things that players could do to change things. They just didn't always apply. This one, with some creativity, you can get almost anything to apply. Um, and that's good. You guys made good characters for that. That's very impressive. So that your plan then is to go to Deadwood and talk to McAllister.
Yep.
All right. Well then, we'll say that we'll just hand wave when Dean comes back in 2 weeks, whether you guys decide to keep the other Firefly. Um,
Okay.
that's fine. I mean, it should be a group decision about whether you get another ship or not. What you do with it is, I don't know. I mean, you're going to build up your own little pirate fleet with just the four of
Well, I mean, you've let us do that before.
you. Yeah, but the other ships had whole crews and stuff.
If we can hire people, take a percentage.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
First running out, they get killed by reavers, and with like a hundred grand out of pocket.
Reavers.
Oh no, I shouldn't. I should not have mentioned that.
Those are like this universe's Borg, right?
Yeah. So, um, yeah. I mean, for anyone who's watching this and is confused, basically they are the sort of
Boogeyman.
the boogeymen that a lot of the sort of inner world people don't believe in. Whereas, like the travelers, like on the Firefly,
Oh,
know about them. They've run into them a few times.
if they've gotten this far into this episode, they definitely know who the Reavers are.
Well, I don't know. Maybe people are watching this, whilst they're at work or something. I don't know.
Eh,
Imagine
eh.
having a work where you can do that.
The YouTube stats don't hold that up.
Oh, how do we have any news and comments on the last episode or?
Uh, I have gotten some comments. One guy on Reddit was complaining that the Cortex system in general seems to be dying. Um, Mostly because it's gone through so many weird things since it was kickstarted. The guy who made it formed his own company, and then started the Kickstarter, then moved to New Zealand halfway through, while they should have been, delivering the Kickstarter, which delayed the Kickstarter delivery. It finally got out, and then they got bought by I think it's a trading card company, and they aren't very interested in pushing the book. Um, so that's why the Foundry template we're using is still like beta version
Mm,
Ah,
okay.
0.12. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of development of the tabletop. They have some popular titles for the Cortex Prime. Now technically we're playing Cortex Plus, which is the previous edition, um, but that didn't have any kind of tabletop support. Um, but I posted on there. It says, "Hey, I'm running a Firefly. We show up every 2 weeks on YouTube." And I had like 10 thumbs up and a comment says, "Good for you, man. We got to keep it alive." Uh, and then
Hey,
I also say, how to view my channel here. I am trying to look at my analytics. Where's my analytics? They don't
sorry for.
necessarily mean anything to me, but
Well, I was about to say sorry for you whose comments have now been doxed, but I'm guessing you're probably the only people listening. So
We appreciate it.
I will tell you that episode 2 has 263 views.
What?
Episode
That's
th-
more.
Episode 3 has 57 views. Episode 4 has 69 views. And episode 5 has 55 views. And at least one of those is me.
Yeah,
Okay.
a few of them are probably me as well.
Because
I
I've
mean, yeah,
watched them, I've listened to them all just as a refresher of what happened last time. And I think this is probably a fine point to stop recording. So hey, thanks everybody. By the time you see this, it will be on YouTube. So thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching, guys.